Rabbi Tovia Singer frequently attacks the New Testament, claiming it deliberately misquotes the Hebrew Scriptures. One of his favorite examples is Psalm 40, verse 6. He argues that the Hebrew Tanakh says ear, while the New Testament book of Hebrews replaces it with body, and therefore the New Testament has fabricated Scripture to support Christian theology. This accusation only persuades hyper-literalists, people who fail to truly read and comprehend the text before them. Often, when the New Testament quotes Scripture, it is not a literal peshat reading. Rather, it applies the full PARDES method, incorporating remez, conceptual hints, and darash, interpretive teaching, to convey the deeper revelation in the context of the teaching. The argument depends on an overly literal reading that ignores Hebrew idiom and Jewish interpretive methods. The charge is usually framed like this. Hebrews 10:5 claims that Adonai prepared a body for the Messiah so he could come and take away sins. But Psalm 40 verse 6, they insist, speaks only of ears that God opened so the servant could hear his ways. Where is this body in the Hebrew text? They ask. How can Christians so blatantly change the Bible? There is a massive difference between an ear and a body. Understanding Hebrew idioms is essential, because the literal words may hide a deeper message that can only be revealed through context, interpretation, and the layers of Jewish exegesis. For example, in Psalm 40 verse 6, the Hebrew says ear, referring idiomatically to obedience and willingness to hear God's ways. When the New Testament in Hebrews translates this as body, it is not a mistranslation. Rather, it is a legitimate interpretive rendering. The obedience implied by the ear is now expressed as the whole embodied self, prepared for God's purposes. On the sod, mystical level, this even points forward to the ultimate obedience of the Messiah, culminating in his crucifixion, where his body was offered as the perfect act of obedience and sacrifice. So the question is, can Psalm 40 verse 6 legitimately move from ear to body as a midrashic translation expressing perfect obedience? The answer is yes. We can say that the Hebrew Masoretic Text, the Greek Septuagint, and the Greek New Testament are all correct. They are different layers of the same truth, and with God's Spirit, you can receive this revelation no matter which language you are reading. The Hebrew says ear, oznaim, to express obedience. The Greek says body, soma, to express obedience embodied. Both convey the same theology, just in different linguistic and cultural frameworks.